It's official now, Rheinmetall Panzerwagen is now the best light tank in the game. And you shouldn't be surprised because it has received numerous buffs throughout the years, and with Dark Realm it received another buff, and it is a solid one as well. It's not a minor buff. So first, shot dispersion penalty during movement and rotation, so basically while moving from 0.11 to 0.09. And the bigger buff here is a reload increase from 7.4 to 8.6 second increase. Not a big deal, not a big deal, but a DPM buff from 2595 to 2700, so 100 DPM buff because they have increased the alpha from 320 to 360. So the tank not only has higher alpha now, but also higher DPM. But that's not all. It got the ammo capacity buff from 35 to 45. What does that mean? Why it's a big deal? Well, now you can actually use hash and heat and not have to worry about it. Before, it has the beautiful hash round or hep round, but you couldn't really use it because you only had 35 shells and you would run out of shells more often than not. But that is no longer the case because 10 extra shell is huge, and you can safely and comfortably actually have different amount of ammos. And since this season, everything is different. The light tank no longer plays the same. They're active, they're better at scouting now because the other tanks do not have the camo they used to be. It could be a little confusing as well because whenever you're playing light tank, you would notice that your circle seems pretty big, but I feel there's something off about it. That circle seems like based off someone who's running bino, which means whenever they are stationary and not based on optics. So if someone's moving, you're gonna outspot them, and most of the time you would be in the circle where you would expect to get spotted, but you wouldn't because someone in their team is running bino, right? And that's how they're calculating your camo detection, not by the active tanks that are moving, but someone that's stationary and running bino in the back. So a lot of the times, as I said, I would be inside the circle and not get spotted. But what this means is now I can spot them more effectively because of the less camo. And a lot of the position, as I said before, I could go to J9 and not get spotted. Now I was at K9 and I got spotted by them, but my team was there to help. And Panzerwagen, oh, what a beautiful tank. This has to be extra safe, and this is what I was talking about. See, they're all in my circle, but I'm not spotted. And not to mention, you can put Flash Rider, which seems to be a little bit OP right now, as you just don't get spotted. I'm not getting spotted regardless, like right here, even though you see in my circle, right? And that's what I was talking about. Before, if you're in a circle, you fire, you would 100% get spotted. And I'm not running the Flash Rider either. This is my old crew. However, I have equipped the radio jamming and comms expert, which means I keep the opponent light for extra 3 seconds, but I get unspotted by 3 seconds sooner. Well, it kind of negotiates if everyone is running that skill. So I think those skills are kind of mandatory now when you're spotting someone or when you're playing. But if everyone is running it, that's basically would mean everyone is down to 10. But there are some people that would not have a full crew and might not run, but I think those two skills are pretty essential, especially for light tank. And light tanks have become stronger because silent driving is our equipment, but you don't have to worry about it. Everyone else, like a TD or medium, they have to run silent driving. If they want to, it's going to occupy an equipment slot, but not for the Panzerwagen or any other light tank. Actually, it's equipment for the TD249 as well, but not for Panzerwagen. But look at that beautiful alpha. I'm not even getting spotted. Before someone would say Sheridan's a little better because it has more rounds, but now, no. Even the alpha has reduced between Sheridan and Panzerwagen from 320 versus 390 to 360 versus 390, and of course Panzerwagen is faster as well, and it has hash. Still don't contest at 249, but the entire game has changed. It is no longer the game it was yesterday, and more changes are to come. What do you guys think about the changes so far? Have you played any light tank? And the light tank, or every tank in general, actually feels a little bit more sluggish. Same thing again, he's between two squares and is not able to spot me. That's what I was telling. The circle, even inside the circle, sometimes you're more safe. Before, circle was like the borderline you should never cross because you will always get spotted. Now that's not the case. So you have to kind of judge where you can rely on the circle or where you could be a little bit more inside the circle, and that basically depends on if someone's stationary or not. Because if someone's stationary not spotted, that means yeah, their bino is active. And look at that artillery. I wish they had nerfed it as well, but nonetheless, 5700 damage so far, going at 75. It might be only a matter of time before Panzerwagen becomes the best medium as well, because who knows. The buff it's received, like one buff every 6 months, no other tank has received this much love as Panzerwagen, and that's the HAP I was talking about. It took a while to get there. I thought I might not even make it, but because everyone was quick RBRT'd, took a while. And look at the beautiful 498 shot, a beautiful game, 6500 damage, 930 assists, and 3 kills. And do let me know in the comments what you think about this tank as well as the update. Do you still enjoy playing light tanks? Do you like them more? Do you like them less? Or you prefer how they were before? So thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.